Alright guys, I want to talk about a few things. I know it's, a lot of you guys want to help people out and, become an owner-operator and, or become or lease on with a company or whatnot. And, we're all talking about how van rates are $3 a mile and flatbed guys are doing 350, some of them are $4 a mile and yada yada yada. Look, I think it'd be better or more productive to everybody if we just kept our mouth shut a little bit and didn't spread the word around. I know we all want everybody to succeed, but the problem is what we're having is I've been seeing a lot of new drivers. I don't mean new drivers, but new guys leasing on to companies immediately right now, quitting their jobs, and either doing the lease, well, depending on the company, if you can pick your own freight or your own brokers, and either doing the lease or they're going out and buying their own truck, and they're coming out here and they're, well, I guess at first we're all asking for $3 plus a mile, but what I'm finding now is that the rates are starting to drop. And talking to a few guys at truck stop, just a truck stop here in Pilot off 65, I talked to while I was getting my clothes washed. I talked to three new guys. They're wondering how the washers worked, and I just started getting in small talk with them, and they all three of them bought their truck within the last month or so. And they were talking about, oh yeah, it's great, $3 a mile. One was a company driver, and the other another one's a lease. And I can't say nothing. I've only been out here for like maybe 2 months, and I didn't actually even come out because I heard about the rates. I came out here because I wanted to do this, and it's not until I really looked into it and noticed stupid freaking flies. Noticed that the damn rates were actually high this year. I know they went up a little bit, but I wasn't thinking I would get $3 a mile almost every damn load, which that's about what I've been getting. But like I said, we need to learn to keep our mouth shut a little bit. A lot of these guys are thinking it's so easy coming out here doing this, and what happened is I think we're flooding the market with new owner operators, new lease drivers, and what happens is one of them hits a broker that won't budge on a price, and they'll take it. And next thing you know, they're in the hole a little bit. Well, guess what? The next guy's doing it. The next guy's doing it. The next guy's doing it. Now we have a whole bunch of little guys that are in the hole that are moving freight for. What was it? I just got quoted. I know everyone's going to be like, oh, but everyone's going into New Hampshire and Massachusetts for $4.50 a mile. Yeah, I'm going up there for about almost $4. It's $4 a mile. Real easy load. But the problem is, there's no reason people should be trying to move loads down to Deer Park Beach, Florida, for $1.70 a mile, or out to Springfield, Missouri, for $1.70 a mile. I don't care if the major carriers are taking it or not. I don't even know why they're even bother taking it. It makes no business sense. It makes no business sense to have someone drive that far for $1.70 a mile, especially since they're freaking tarp loads and every damn thing else. So what I want to know is, now that we have this influx of new owner operators out here, because everybody's out here to get to the new gold rush, and everyone's spreading the word around like it's happy shit, and I'm fine, it's great, but I think what's happening is we're getting a lot of guys that are thinking, yeah, this is the new gold rush, and are just jumping in here. They're gonna fail, and the problem is they're gonna suck every one of us down with them, and it's not gonna be direct. But what they're going to do is we're going to have to wait through the next couple years for all these guys to go out of business for the rates to probably shoot up again. Because they're all going to bring these rates down. Because they all got bills to pay. They all got new truck payments. And what happens is they're going to start getting desperate and they're going to start running for anything. And when that happens, we're not going to see no $3.50 a mile, $4 a mile rates anymore, anywhere. You'll get a few spot markets where you might still see it, but you're not going to get this constant $3 a mile. I like making my $3 a mile. In fact, I try not to move any freight that's under $2.50 national average. So, and I got bills. The trucks cost me payments and everything, about $2,000 a month, and I got to pay my carrier that I'm leased on to. Luckily, they're 20%, but they don't hit me on much else. I was gonna go with one of their older trailers, but I decided not to. I went with a newer trailer. I'm paying $700 to lease that, which is kind of a ripoff. But other than that, I've been making good money, damn good money out here. After all says done, I've been clearing about $4,000 or $5,000 a week. Not running hard either. Not running hard. The only load it's got me so far is this one load that I posted the other day about the multi-stop, which I think if I ever do a multi-stop that's more than like 3 stops, I think I'm gonna probably charge. I'm just gonna throw a number out there for $5,000 or $6,000, because unless they can guarantee that they can get this shit off my truck in time, I'm definitely not gonna ever haul somebody's shit around all week for that. You know, that should have been a 2.5 day run. So yeah, we're not going to go into that. I'm still going to end up clearing, grossing 8 for the week, and I'll probably clear 3.5. Yeah, I'll call it about 35. Actually, no, I'll clear more than that. I'll probably clear 4. I didn't use that much fuel, so I'll probably clear 4 for the week. I'm just going to have a hard time coming out of New Hampshire. And that's, I know everyone's going to be like, oh, we all have hard times coming out of that way. Well, no, I can't say that, because I know a few guys that have coming out of there for $3 a mile out of New Hampshire, Massachusetts. It's ridiculous to go up there and still even come out, because even though you go up there, you're still paying those damn you're still paying all those tolls coming out. You're still paying for that high fuel all the way out through there. Why come out of there for $1.70 a mile? Why? What do you by the time you get done with your tolls, going through Rhode Island and all that stuff, maybe, and depending how far over you are, going over the George Washington or the man, I always keep forgetting the name of that damn bridge now that they built the new one. I for some reason think it's called something different, but you all know what I'm talking about. Tapping Z's, holy crap. Yeah, so you still get your tolls for coming over that. You get your tolls coming back in 80 into Pennsylvania, 78. I know they're not a lot, but still they all add up. And then you get your $3.80 fuel in Pennsylvania, $3.60 out there in Vermont or some shit. So by the time you get done with it, running back for $1.75 mile, $1.80, hell, even $2. Just what are you coming back for? Making a company driver? You might after fuel and tolls, you're getting what, 90 cents a mile at flatbed, and still having the tarp loads. So that's what I'm trying to say to everybody. I know I'm really shitty at making YouTube videos, and I know I don't know everything, but from my perspective and my analysis, what's going on out here is we're flooding the market with a bunch of very, very newbie owner-operators. And what's happening is they're hitting a wall at some point in this whole $3 a mile craze, or $4 a mile, or whatever they're getting. And they start moving freight for cheap. And then they get, in the hole a little bit. And they start panicking. And next thing you know, they keep hauling cheap. And they don't get out of the hole. And what happens is that floods the market with a bunch of cheap operators. So anyone that's already out here that sure as hell ain't gonna tarp no load, pay tolls, pay like $3.80. I know I get discount, but still, like, pay $3.80 for freaking diesel fuel. There's why bother being out here again? I must be a company driver again for like 65 cents a mile. It just makes no sense. So I think we need to explain, when we're doing these videos and we're coming out here and saying, yeah, everybody can be an owner-operator and everything, I think we need to explain a little bit better on how hard it can get. Luckily, my bills are really low. I already got, like, not including my little bit of savings I had before I started doing this, and now I already got over $10,000 just in a couple weeks I've been out here, just for the truck repairs, not just in savings, but just for the truck repairs, just in case anything happens. And knock on wood, it's Cummins ISX, and it's a Freightliner. Stuff's pretty cheap. Stuff's pretty easy to fix. So, you know, I could still blow a steer tire or something, or, you know, who knows. But, like I said, they're getting in the hole, and they're just taking whatever these brokers, you know, tell them. And, or whatever their company's giving them. And the company's, who knows what the company's even getting it for. So, like I said, we need to quit broadcasting. You know, I wouldn't say broadcasting, but announcing these rates as in, you know, it's a new gold rush. Because we're going to flood the market with a bunch of newbies who are going to have problems. And they're going to start taking these loads for whatever they can. Because these brokers aren't stupid. You know, they can sense when you're desperate. And next thing you know, we're going to drop the rates back down. If I'm not making $2.50 a mile, it doesn't even make sense to be out here. I mean, even if the trucks were paid off and everything, the headaches, being away from your family, unless you're making real money out here, it's not really sensible to put yourself through all that for like $1.50, $1.75 a mile. I know there's probably a lot of dry van guys who are like, yeah, $1.75 a mile, that's great. Woo! You know, like, you know, because it's been so bad lately in the past. But as a flatbedder, hauling 8-foot tarps up in the rain, snow, you know, being out there in the sun beating down on you, it's just not worth it. And the reason I did flatbed is, one, I like working, and two, it pays well to work. But apparently what's happening is, like I said, we're getting newbies out here that are just panicking and just taking any rate they can get. And they hear about this $3 a mile rate, they have a problem, they don't get it, broker can sense it, and next thing you know, the rates are all dropping because the brokers can move the freight cheaper. So, I mean, if you disagree with me, go ahead, comment, go ahead and call me whatever you want, piece of shit, you know, yell at me for putting everyone down, but, yeah, that's how I feel about it. I know, I imagine there's a couple other YouTubers probably feel the same way. I'm not trying to call everyone, you know, a failure, but inevitably 50% are going to fail. And the problem is, they might bring some of us down with them, because like I said, I sure as hell don't want to run freight for $1.50, $1.75 a mile. And if there's someone else doing it, the broker's going to find somebody else to do it. I lost a load today because I got it for $2.50 a mile. And the broker said, hey, I'll call you back. You won't lock in the damn rate. Because he knew damn straight somebody was going to call him begging him for fucking a load, and they'll move it. And I called him back again after he didn't call me back after a couple hours. And he said, yeah, I got that moved. And I said, you know, what's he give a shit? He don't know me. I said, well, what'd you move it for? And he said, oh, I moved it for $1.78 a mile or $1.80 a mile or some shit. I was like, oh, that's great. You know, I was asking for, I think I quoted him out for $2.50 a mile. You know, I would have went a little bit lower, but not much. Maybe $2.25. That's about it. Just to get the hell out of that fucking area up there. But anyway, all right, I'm rambling. Like I said, comment, subscribe, like. You know, have some dialogue in the comments. Call me a piece of shit. Call me whatever you want. Say I don't know nothing. I'm just going with what I'm observing by calling these brokers up and everything. Hey, maybe the area you're in, you're getting better rates, but I basically been running 80. Also going down to Texas and stuff, and that's what I've been noticing. I've been noticing that brokers are been trying to hold on, quoting you a rate right there. And taking it, they've been waiting a little bit and seeing if somebody would call up and give them a cheaper rate. So, you know, have a safe one out there. Take your time. Watch out for the crazy four-wheelers, and, you know, have a good one.